Okay, we'll make a start. Sergio, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
Your ninth Ryder Cup. Just give us your thoughts on the week ahead here in France.
Yeah, it's excuse me. Obviously very excited about it. To be here again, being a part of Team Europe, it's amazing, and you know, the course looks great. The stands look unbelievable. The weather is supposed to be very, very nice. So a little bit chilly, but other than that, you know, it looks like everything is set up for an amazing week for everyone to enjoy.
You guys played the course yesterday. The first tee, grandstand, everything looks set up to be an incredible atmosphere as well.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, those stands look massive. So excited to see them all the way up to the end. You know, filled up and cheering and everything. I think it's you know, it could be one of the most exciting Ryder Cups ever. And you know, I'm just thankful to be a part of it and to be a part of Team Europe, obviously.
Okay, thanks, Sergio. We'll go straight into some questions. If you'd like to raise your hands. We start over on microphone 1. I think, John, you had your hand up first.
Yeah. Sergio, haven't had to rely on a captain's pick and all the debate around that. Do you think you have a point to prove?
I don't think so. I think that at the end of the day, you know, the captain's picks, they're not easy for captains and vice captains, but they have their way of doing it, and they know what they want to choose that can bring something extra to the team. So you know, I think that I've proven myself over and over, and the other thing I can do out there is when I get called upon playing, just do my best, do what I do what I've always done here at Ryder Cups, and you know, that's everything. So you know, if we're able to do that and play well, then we'll have a good chance. If not, we'll have to fight really hard.
We'll stay on mic 1 for John then.
Sergio, Rory was in here just a moment ago, and he said that you were the heartbeat of the team, and everybody loved you. Obviously, your job is to get as many points as possible, but how do you see your role in other areas? Do you feel you have a special role?
I think I do, yes. I think I do from experience, from the way I am, from the way I enjoy team event, the way I enjoy the Ryder Cup. So yeah, I think that's probably, to be totally honest, is probably one of the reasons why the vice captains and the captain decided to have me on the team. Not only for what I can bring on the golf course, but what I can bring outside. And you know, what I'm gonna do is just do what I do best and try to make sure that that everyone feels good, comfortable, you know, happy, enjoying themselves. And if we can do that, then it's much easier for everyone to play their best game.
Good. Mic 3 at the front, Mark.
Sergio. The European team is always, a strength of the European team has always been its cohesion and camaraderie and whatnot. You always seem to be an advantage over the American side. It seems like the Americans have caught up to that and figured that out a little bit. Have you noticed that? And if so, you know, what's your assessment of kind of how they've?
Well, I mean, to be totally honest, I don't live on the other side. I mean, it does seem like they're doing a little bit better. I don't know exactly what goes around in their team room or what's happening, but I know what goes around in our team room, and for us it's easy. You know, it comes out naturally, so that's easier for us to do, I guess, and then that's the only thing that we can do, and then when we go out there, play the best we can, and you know, make sure that we have a good shot at winning the cup.
Go to Martin on microphone 4.
Sergio, those qualities you talk about as a team golfer and what you bring to the group as a team player, can that transcend things like form coming into the tournament in a way it might be harder to do as an individual?
It might, yeah. I think that when sometimes the way I've always felt, you know, I like to have someone around me, and you know that's one of the reasons why I've enjoyed foursomes and fourballs, because you know, I feel like it's nice, you know, to have someone around that you can put your arm around and kind of cheer yourself on. And you know, golf is such a lonely game throughout the whole year. Sometimes it's nice to have a friend next to you that is cheering for you, and not only one but another 10 behind that are doing the same thing. So you know, that definitely I feel like it probably helps me a little bit. Yeah.
We've got a car on microphone 3.
Hey Sergio, a couple of quick things. Portugal Masters, when did you decide to play, and how pleased were you with your performance last week?
Yeah, I obviously talked to Thomas, and I told him that if he decided to pick me, that I would play Portugal to make sure that I didn't come into the Ryder Cup without playing for 5 weeks. So you know, as soon as he called me, then obviously it was a done deal. And yeah, I was very pleased the way I played. I think that you know, I played very, very nicely throughout the whole week, which was nice. I hit a lot of fairways, a lot of greens. Felt like I putted nicely. Probably didn't hold out as much as I would like to, and that's why I didn't have a realistic shot at winning. But you know, but other than that, it felt like it was a very positive week.
And just to comment on the yellow ribbon you're wearing for Celia, front and centre this week. You knew her, I understand. A really sweet picture of the two of you was released. Have you spoken to her family?
I haven't actually, unfortunately. But yeah, obviously it was very sad when we found out. My dad spoke to her uncle, and it was very sad when we found out on Tuesday morning in Portugal. For many reasons, not only because she was way too young, but she was just too nice of a person, and you know, the way it happened. So unfortunately, these things happen in the world, and nowadays more than ever. It's sad, but you know, I guess the only thing we can do is pay a great tribute to her, and you know, make sure that her family feels proud of us, and I know they feel proud of her. So you know, it's sad, but it unfortunately happened.
We've got to microphone 1, Ewan.
Sergio, just to follow up on that, can you tell us your memories of Celia, and in a similar way to Medina, Sevi became such a symbol that drove the European team on? Do you take an extra strength from wanting to do something for Celia?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, we wanna try to win the cup for Europe, for everyone, for our teammates. But obviously, with the passing of Celia, it's an extra effort there, if you want to say. You know, we hope that we can play as well as we can to make sure that we can achieve that. But you know, we're obviously touched by it, because it's, like I said earlier, is disappointing to see something happen like that to anyone, but to someone like her even more. And you know, hopefully we can make sure that their family are proud of, like I said earlier, of what we're doing for her. I know we are. I know they are, and I haven't spoken to them, but some of the people have spoken to them, and they told us that. So you know, it's all we can do.
We'll stay on mic 1 with Neil.
Yes, Sergio, if the Americans were to pair Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson together, do you think that would be good for the Ryder Cup? And thinking back to 2004, could it be good for Europe too?
I don't know, to be totally honest. If we beat them, yeah, it would be good for us. If they beat us, it won't. It's as simple as that. So is it good for a Ryder Cup? I have no idea. I think that it doesn't matter who you pair with. Whatever pairings you get, they're good for the game. They're good for the Ryder Cup. They're good for the show, and that's not going to change no matter who's paired with. So I'm sure they have their pairings, and we have ours, and then we'll see what happens.
Go to Brian on microphone 4.
Sergio, I'm curious about playing a Ryder Cup in Europe versus in the States. Is there a certain increased level of comfort or confidence when you guys play over here?
Oh yeah, for sure. The same way that I'm sure that they feel the same when we play in the U.S. It's normal, you know. You play in your home turf, so you know you're gonna feel a little bit more comfortable there. You have most of the crowd on your side, and you know when we're playing in the U.S., you have most of the crowd against you. So you know it's the way it is, and. But we've been on both sides, and we know how it works, and we just gotta make sure. Excuse me. We just gotta make sure to enjoy every minute of it, and hopefully give many things to cheer for.
And just a quick follow-up. Are you surprised it's been so long since the U.S. has won over here?
No, I mean, I think it just shows how well we've played. It's as simple as that. So. Am I surprised? No, because that's what we try to do. We try to win it. So, you know, they're probably surprised, but that's our goal. So we're not, and we're hoping to make it even longer.
Question on microphone 2, I think it's Tim.
Hi, Serge. Could you take us back to your early memories in a Ryder Cup with watching Sevi and how inspired you were? And I'm sorry, I'm not sure if you were at 97 at Valderrama, but if you were there, talk to that as well.
No, unfortunately, I wasn't. I was 95. I was at Oak Hill, and yeah, it was amazing. Unfortunately, I only watched like Sevi's Ryder Cups, like the good ones, on TV. The one at Oak Hill, obviously, he was towards the end of his good game. He was still an amazing fighter, though, as you can remember. But yeah, it definitely was very inspiring. And I remember 95 was, I mean, I love the Ryder Cup, but 95 is really the Ryder Cup that kind of made me really fall in love head over heels with it. I remember being there. I remember seeing the atmosphere. I remember, I think, I mean, I was only 15. I went to the International Pavilion and seeing, you know, people singing and you know, the energy that was around was amazing. And then to be able to see, I was in the junior Ryder Cup team, so to be able to meet your idols and Sevi in this case and say hi to them and talk to them for a bit. And obviously I knew him from before, but to be able to see him at a Ryder Cup and spend some time with him was something amazing that I will never forget, and it's one of the reasons why I love this event so much.
Okay, time for a couple more. Let's start with question on microphone 4.
Sergio, was there any point in the last couple of months where you had doubts about whether or not you'd be sitting here this week?
For sure, yeah, there's no doubt. You know, when things don't go exactly as you plan or as you wanted, and you know, and you playing a lot in the summer and you keep missing cuts by one, you know, it feels like it's kind of getting a little farther away, and you still kind of see it, but it starts to get too far away, and you want it to come back. So obviously, yeah, there were thoughts, but at the same time, you know, I talked to Thomas and I told him, I said, you know what, you know, I want to be a part of your team. Obviously, I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you guys decide to not pick me, I'm gonna be at home cheering as hard as if I was there. So it's not like you know, I'm gonna be like, oh, you know, they didn't pick me. I don't even want to watch it, or I don't care, you know. So that doesn't change for me, and that will never change. And but I'm definitely glad to be here and be a part of it.
We'll take for one more question on mic 1.
That point you just made, Sergio, about enjoying having other people around in a lonely sport, does the pleasure come mainly from you inspiring them or them inspiring you, or is it a bit of both?
I think it's a bit of both. Obviously, I get inspired by them. There's no doubt, and I think hopefully I inspire them and make them feel comfortable, make them enjoy it a little bit more. that's what I always try to do, and that's probably one of the reasons why I've been fairly successful with my partnerships in Ryder Cups, with many different ones. I don't know if I'm the one with the most different partners, but I'm probably close to it, and you know, I've been fortunately for me and for Europe, been able to do well with pretty much all of them. So you know, so that's always nice.
Okay, well, Sergio, thank you for joining us.
Thank
we
you.
wish you well this week.
Thanks.